Some important fact about mature pollen. Some important fact about mature pollen. In overall 60% angiosperm pollen grain, especially we can find in two cell stage. Here I have told that overall 60% pollen grain stay in two cell stage, but 40% angiosperm divide mitotically. Mitotically which part? Mitotically which part? Here I am talking about these two part. These two part including generative cell. So in 40% angiosperm divided mitotically two gametes, divide mitotically produce two gametes, but two gametes to make two gametes to make or produce two gamete, it has going on three cell stage. In over 40% angiosperm divided mitotically and produce two gamete, but pollen grain shed three cell stage. Okay, 60% shed two cell stage and 40% angiosperm shed three cell stage. Remember, 60 and 40 focus on this place, and two cell stage and three cell stage. From here many times questions comes here. I almost covered all part about pollen grain, but pollen grain has some works. Pollen grain have some bad effect, so we should know it. Some effect of a pollen grain. pollen grainer বেশ কিছু কাজ আছে। pollen grain এর effect, first causes allergic and bronchial affection. Okay, many kinds of allergy cause of pollen grain. Chronic respiratory disorder like asthma and bronchitis happened by pollen grain. Otherwise, pollen grain increase the performance of athlete and race horses. May store pollen grain may store minus 196 degrees Celsius in nitrogen. How many times you can keep conservation or any experiment pollen grain are kept in this way. Okay, chalo next. Microsporogenesis, all part I have finished. Now I am going megasporangium. Okay, now I am going to megasporangium. Before knowing megasporogenesis, we should know something. We should know some points like pistil, embryo sac, etc. I have told before that female part of a flower is called gymnasium. I have told that gynoecium is a female part of a flower. Gymnasium, female part of a flower. So gymnasium may be various types. First of all, monocarpillary. This monocarpillary is single pistil. When single pistil present, it is monocarpillary. When more than one pistil, here more than one pistil, then it will be multicarpillary. And third, when more than one pistil fuse, don't be confused, focus here, one pistil, but syncarpillary will be when pistil will fuse. Okay, and apocarpus pistil free. When pistil free, then it will be apocarpus. It is a simple. I have told about pistil but not described about pistil. Okay, now go. Now I am going to describe about pistil. Pistil has three part. Stigma, style, and ovary. When three parts are together, then we can tell it pistil. Okay, in still, stigma, this part, still, this middle part, and ovary. I think all of you know it. Chalo, next. First of all, I will discuss about ovary. First of all, I will discuss about ovary. Ovary, that's mean this part. I will discuss about this part. Okay, ovary. Ovary means basal bulbed part of pistil. That's mean this whole part, not this whole part, is basal types. Okay, for this reason called bulbed part, basal bulbed part. So this part I will discuss here, inner part, next time. Okay, I have told about ovary. And then stigma. Stigma is a landing platform of pollen grain. This part is stigma. Here pollen grain comes, and is still the inner part between stigma and ovary. Okay, this is a stele. So I have shown here between two stele, stigma landing platform of a pollen grain, and ovary basal valved part of pistil. Inside ovary, first of all, when we see a ovary, when we go more inside, after ovary we can see ovarian cavity, which is known as a locule. Okay, inside ovary we can see ovarian cavities, which is known for locule. Inside ovarian cavity we get placenta. This part we can find. Okay, when we go in ovarian cavity, inside ovarian cavity we get placenta, we get whole part placenta, and from this placenta, when we go more inside, especially the process of producing ovule, the process of produce ovule known as megasporangia. From placenta, how ovule produce known as megasporangia. It is very simple. Show this figure for better understanding. First of all, ovary, then ovarian cavity, that's mean locule, and more inside we can get placenta. From this placenta, ovules form. Okay, I have shown a diagrammatic representation. But when we only see the ovule, then it is known as megasporangium. Here it is very confusing, so see it very carefully. Before knowing placenta, we should know a very important structure. Each and every student should know it. If he can't understand this structure, or if he not see this, then what I will understand next time, he will not be able to take it properly. So first of all you have to focus this structure. It is very important. This is a diagrammatic representation of a ovules. So we have to mark all the place, and all students should try this diagram. Here it is very important. Someone may think that how it is important, or how may be it important. Here it is important. You will be able to understand it why I am telling it. Okay, first of all, funicle. This part is funicle. Funicle part. This funicle part, here know properly which part is I am saying. Funicle, this part I am see here. Ovule is a small structure attached to placenta. Okay, this part is placenta, and whole part is ovary. Then ovule, which part? Ovule is the inner part between ovary and placenta. Okay, between whole part ovary, inner part placenta, between that part, between two part is ovule. This ovary part, this whole ovary part is attached to this part, small structure attached. Okay, this is a small part of ovary attached to placenta. So it is called funicle. It is very simple. See that place: ovary, ovule, embryo sac and egg. Okay. Hilum. Hilum, this part is hilum. Hilum means between funicles and ovary body is connective. That place is known as hilum. Here it is very simple. Funicle part and ovule part, funicle and ovule part fused this place and it is known as hilum. Each ovules have one or two protective envelopes which protect them. This is called integument. Outer part of the envelopes is known as outer integument and inner envelopes is known as inner integument. Integument means protective layer. Okay, protective layer of a ovary. So it stay in circle process. Okay, but in this cycle process, a small opening we can see, where we can see a small opening between integument nucleus except at the tip, nucleus except also no integument. This point is known as micropyle. Okay, opposite of the micropyle end. If micropyle is present this place, opposite of a micropyle is known as claza. Opposite part of a micropyle. Here see, remember, always claza and micropyle stay in opposite way. Okay, enclosed in ovules, enclosed with integument, a mass of cell we can find. Okay, almost near integument, a mass of cell we can find. This is known as nucleus. It is embryo sac. This is anatropous ovule. Whole part seen here and I described also. It is so easy, but you have to focus that place, micropyle and classal part. Always you have to focus, and questions come here from hilum. Okay, this place which is between funicle and ovule. you can write here this 2 is a protective layer, causal part opposite of microfile. This is embryo sac, inner integument, outer integument, nucleus, mass of cell, and ovule. Ovule has embryo sac, single embryo sac. An ovule has a single embryo. A ovule has a single embryo, and this single embryo form a megaspore. In this I will describe, when I will describe embryo sac, then I will see a megaspore. Okay, it is complete. Megasporogenesis. Megasporogenesis is a process of formation megaspore from mother cells. From mother cells থেকে formation হয়, from mother cell formation megaspore formed here. এখান থেকে এখানে যাচ্ছে, মানে একটা সিঙ্গেল মাদার সেলস formation megaspore. This is known as megasporogenesis. Ovule, this megaspore ovule differentiate a single megaspore mother cells in the micropyle region of nucleus. Ovule differentiate a single megaspore mother cells in the microphylla region nucleus. Here remember, I have told that nucleus, I have told about nucleus, mass of cells present here. It is a nucleus, a region, microphylla region of nucleus. This part ovule differentiate, a single microspore mother cells. Here a microspore mother cells differentiate in a microphylla region of the nucleus to form a megaspore. If you see it properly, then you will be able to understand. Here I have told that this is embryo, okay, this is a whole cells. This is known as megaspore mother cells. Okay, nucleus, this region I have told nucleus, this is nucleus, and microphylla region. This part is microphylla region. Here dense cytoplasm and prominent nucleus present. Okay, so it is clear. This MMC, microspore mother cells, undergo meiotic division. This meiotic division means, here see that place, this is megaspore mother cells, on cells, and it is go meiotic division and go two cells make. If you see it properly, then you will be able to understand. Here it is so easy. Mitotic division, I have told you that undergo, sorry, I have told that meiotic division, this meiotic division, we have first stage, we have seen that from megaspore mother cells they made division and make a megaspore dyad because two cells meet, and from this stage in second meiotic division, we have seen 4 cell, 1 2 3 4 cell. Okay, we have seen 4 cell. This is known as megaspore tetrad. This whole process by meiosis. Here it is a simple, very simple. So I am showing that place here. Show this here from this mother cells, first meiotic division and second meiotic division, 2n to 4n and 2n to 4n, total 8 cell stage. In MCC, megaspore mother cells undergo meiotic division and make a megaspore tetrad, which is known as this. Megaspore mother cells goes meiotic division and make megaspore dyad. Okay, megaspore dyad, and then by meiosis, megaspore dyad, and then by meiosis 4 megaspore produce from each megaspore. This dyad means 2 megaspore. So if we consider a megaspore, then by meiosis we get 4 megaspore, which is known as tetrad. Very simple.